Welcome to Max Effort Kitchen. My name is Chef Matt. Kitchen. The fat to come together with the meat and it makes one. Hey guys, welcome to Max Effort Kitchen. Just kind of out on a walk right now and thought what better dinner to make than a baked ziti. It's warm, it's comforting, it's good sauce, it's spicy sausage. So thought we'd just go ahead and make our way into the kitchen and get some baked ziti on. So let's get to it. Get yourself a pot of cold water. Now let's add our Italian sausage to the cold water. It is important that we add the sausages to the cold water so they have the time to come up to temp at a slower rate. Turn your pot onto medium-high and then preheat your oven to 375. For the next part of this recipe, you will need 1 box of rigatoni pasta and 1 jar of your favorite sauce from the store. Now let's check on our sausages. Once the water comes to a boil, turn the heat off and let the water come to rest before we take our sausages out. All right, now that the water has come to a stop, we're gonna take our sausages out there, use tongs, don't burn your fingers, and we're gonna put them in a cast iron pan. You can also use a cookie sheet, you can use any type of baking dish. I like cast iron because it retains heat a little bit better, and it's just better to use cast iron all around. You get a better cook on everything. Then we're going to take these and we're going to throw them in our preheated oven for about 15 minutes until they brown. So the whole purpose of putting the sausages in the boiling water is to let the fat congeal. And when it comes together like that, that will stop it from popping out. I don't know if you've ever noticed when you've put a sausage on really high heat, it splits, grease goes everywhere. So what this does is it makes the fat come together with the meat and it makes one solid product. So then you get a better roast on your sausages. Just a little trick that I've always used and got a really nice product with it. You can also do this when you're barbecuing them. If you just put them in a little bit of hot water prior to and then throw them on the grill, they will not break, they will not snap, and they'll get a really nice brown cook on them. All right, you guys, serious talk now. We're about to make our pasta. There are 3 main things you need when you boil pasta. I don't care if it's store-bought pasta or if it's fresh-made pasta. You always need to salt your water, you need to put oil in your water, and you need to get that water boiling before you put the pasta in. Those are the 3 things you're gonna do. Fill your pot up about 3/4 of the way with water, religiously salt, and a lot of good olive oil. Turn it on high and wait for it to come to a boil. All right, guys, this is what's called a rolling boil. This is about the time where we put in our pasta. The full box. Now, it's very important that right when you add that, you make sure and give it a good stir. Otherwise, your pasta will stick. All right, so that should not quite double in size, just a little under double, but give that some time. I'm gonna say about 6 minutes on the boil. We wanna get it to a point where it's called al dente, where it's got a little bit of bite on it, but it's not fully cooked. Hear that noise? That means we got the perfect amount of oil versus salt versus water. Listen to that. It's a beautiful sound. It's like a fire in the middle of winter. Line your bowl with about a tablespoon of olive oil. All right, see how that pasta is starting to rise to the top there? That means it's ready. Get a strainer and put it in your sink and get ready to just pour the pasta in there. Just gonna go ahead and pour it in. A lot of steam comes up, so make sure you are not under the direct line of that. All right. Now, one thing I like to do when we're doing the baked ziti, because it is going to get cooked again, is give it a little push of cold water. And we're going to do that to help stop the cooking process, but also get it to loosen up a little bit. And then let this sit in there for a minute or two just to get all drained out. All right, sounds like those sausages are done. Now, you guys, I've made this mistake a million times. Make sure when you're pulling this pan out, you have a hot pad or a towel or something. Don't just grab the pan because it will melt the skin right off of your hand. So take that pan out, put it up top there. Look at those sausages, perfectly browned. Nice little caramelization going on the bottom of them, but not overcooked. That's what we don't want to do. We don't want to overcook those guys. All right, got some oil in our bowl here. Now we're gonna add pasta to the bowl. Give it a nice toss. One thing, guys, is we do not want to be skimpy on that oil. If we get skimpy on the oil, it just isn't gonna be as good and stuff's gonna stick together. Put a little bit more oil in there. Give it a toss with your tongs. Make sure it's nice and coated. Some salt. Some good flavor on those things. Toss it up. All right, you guys, we're gonna cut up that sausage. So I like to do this on the bias. So take your knife, make the sausage curve, go facing towards you. Turn your sausage just a little bit and then cut with your knife at an angle. This is called a bias. Now that we have the pasta and the sausage put together, we're gonna add a little bit of flour to thicken things up. Add your sauce and mix thoroughly. Grab yourself an oven-safe baking dish and add all the ingredients in the bowl to the dish. Cover with as much Parmesan cheese as you would like. Put it in the oven at 375 and bake for 20 minutes. Take it out of the oven, let it stand for 5 minutes, and voila. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me at Max Effort Kitchen. This was baked ziti, and man, it was a lot of fun to make. So I hope you enjoy it. Just remember that you can always add like a salad or a roasted vegetable or some sort of side dish to make it a nice meal. Remember, this is also one of those things that will be 2 to 3 meals throughout the week. So really take advantage of this recipe and use it for recovery, use it for a nice family dinner on Sunday. But yeah, that's it, guys. We'll see you next time. Food is love, and we'll talk to you soon.